Right. So yesterday we left off at vitamin E. Today we'll continue with vitamin K, which is the anti-hemorrhagic factor. Right. So vitamin K itself is very important for coagulation in your body, and it without vitamin K, a lot of your clotting proteins will not be formed, and as a result, clots cannot be formed. So wherever there is hemorrhage, vitamin K plays a very important role in making sure that the hemorrhage can be controlled indirectly, because without vitamin K, you will not be able to produce clotting factors, and without clotting factors, obviously you will not be able to clot that damage or that hemorrhage that is occurring in the blood vessel. Now, vitamin K itself has two forms. You have vitamin K1 and vitamin K2. There are two different forms of the vitamin. Now, as such, if we talk about dietary sources, vitamin K ka, especially K1 ka, good sources include plants. Plants are decent sources of K1. Some of the best sources will be green leafy vegetables, spinach, kale, cabbage to a certain extent, cauliflower, soybean. All of those are decent sources. Carrots and potatoes are okay. They're not really good, but they are okay. Milk, meat, fish will not have good amount of vitamin K. So if you're relying on milk, meat, and fish, it is not really a good source for vitamin K. You need to eat a lot more vegetables and leafy vegetables, especially. विटामिन K2 इज मेनली प्रेजेंट इन एनिमल, सो इन लोगों के अंदर एनिमल सोर्सेस में अच्छा रहता है विटामिन K2. सो चीज, एग्स, चिकन, बीफ और लिवर. Let's suppose you are having sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is a type of fish. या kefir lime leaves आप खा रहे, all of those are good sources of K2. ठीक है, generally animal source products में K2 अच्छा रहता. Now, the requirement of vitamin K will vary depending on a person's intestinal bacteria. Okay. Normally, your intestinal bacteria are able to produce, and they are able to, how should I put it, absorb a lot of vitamin K. So, depending on that, the requirement for vitamin K in men and women will vary. Specifically, in women, vitamin K daily requirement is somewhere around 122 mcg. mcg is microgram. Okay, इसको ऐसा भी लिखते. This is also written as like this, microgram. ठीक है, so micro का symbol mu है. Or you can find it as mcg as well. Both of them refer to the same thing. And in men, it is about 138 micrograms per day. Okay. Coming to the functions of vitamin K, as I told you, its main important function will be promotion of blood coagulation. Without vitamin K, you will not be able to form a lot of clotting proteins, prothrombin, vitamin 2, vitamin 7, vitamin, uh, I'm telling vitamins, prothrombin, factor 2, factor 7, factor 9, and factor 10. By the way, आप लोगों को factors याद हुए? Clotting factors? Clotting factors क्या है मालूम है? हाँ,
Yes, sir.
मालूम है क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स क्या है. अच्छा, तो आप लोगों को ब्लड एंड ब्लीडिंग एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट पढ़ा है ऑलरेडी. कोएगुलेशन कैस्केड पढ़ा दिए. फिर क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स याद है क्या क्या है? देयर आर 13 क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स. नहीं? So vitamin K itself will be responsible for a few of them. It will be responsible for two, which is prothrombin. It will be responsible for the production of factor 7, which is stable factor. It will be responsible for the production of factor 9 and factor 10 as well. One second. Factor 9 and factor 10. Factor 9 is your Christmas factor. इसको PTC भी बोलते हैं, plasma thromboplastin component. Factor 10 is called Stewart factor. Stewart Prower factor. Both of them are the same. ठीक है, ट्राई टू मेमोराइज दीज क्लॉटिंग फैक्टर्स. ठीक है, आपको थोड़ा प्रैक्टिस करना पड़ता. बोथ इंट्रेंसिक एक्सटेंसिक पाथवे, दैट इज द क्लॉटिंग पाथवे, एंड कॉमन पाथवे क्या है, एंड ये फैक्टर्स क्या है. आप प्रैक्टिस करते रहो, याद हो जाता. बिकॉज इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द सब्सिक्वेंट सब्जेक्ट्स दैट यू विल लर्न लेटर ऑन एज वेल. सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ ईयर में जो पढ़ते हैं उसके लिए भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो मेक श्योर दैट यू मेमोराइज दोज फैक्टर्स दिस ईयर. फर्स्ट ईयर में खत्म कर दो ताकि नेक्स्ट ईयर में नहीं क्रॉस कर सकना, बिकॉज फर्स्ट ईयर में ही खत्म करना अगर मुश्किल हो रहा, हाउ विल यू एक्सपेक्ट योर सेल्फ टू स्टडी सेकेंड ईयर सिलेबस एज वेल एज फर्स्ट ईयर सिलेबस नहीं होगा। तो फर्स्ट ईयर का खत्म करके जाओ, कैरी करो नेक्स्ट ईयर भी, बट उधर छोड़ के मत चले आओ। हाँ फर्स्ट ईयर पास हो गया ना, इधर ही रहने दो नॉलेज बोल के छोड़ के मत चले आओ, बट फिनिश स्टडिंग द मैटर्स एंड द टॉपिक्स ऑफ फर्स्ट ईयर इन फर्स्ट ईयर इटसेल्फ। ठीक है, डोंट कैरी इट ओवर इनटू, ऐसा मत सोचो कि नेक्स्ट ईयर पढ़ लेंगे बोल के, नहीं होता वो। ठीक है, देयर इज नो नेक्स्ट, टुडे का काम आज का काम आज ही करो। Other than that, vitamin K also helps in deposition of calcium into tissues. Technically, it will help certain proteins. Those proteins are responsible, calcium binding proteins बोलते हैं लोगों को. Those calcium binding proteins are influenced by vitamin K in a positive way. And as a result, those calcium binding proteins of your bones, spleen, placenta, and kidneys, their activity gets enhanced, and they will be able to deposit calcium into the tissues, essentially into bone. Okay, it is also responsible for oxidative phosphorylation reactions, takes part in oxidative phosphorylation reaction. Now, in case there is deficiency, generally deficiency occurs in infants. Okay, inadequate intake of vitamin K by mothers may cause hemorrhagic disease, especially hemorrhagic disease of newborn bolte, in which the newborn baby will not be able to clot properly and they will have a lot of bleedings, a lot of problems in them. Okay, अगर आप विटामिन के की इंजेक्शन दिए वो पेशेंट्स को, लो प्रोथ्रोम्बिन, factor 2 and vitamin K का injection दिए तो they start improving very very rapidly. And another way wherein you can have deficiency of vitamin K is because of intestinal absorption, inadequate intestinal absorption. So because vitamin K is a fat soluble vitamin, it is getting absorbed through your intestine, and specifically it relies on fat. If you're not eating enough amount of fat, or if your intestines are damaged because of whatever reason, bile produce nahi ho raha, intestines are damaged, intestinal obstructions ho rahe, diarrhea hai patient ko, diarrhea या dysentery, in all of these conditions vitamin K will not get absorbed properly. And generally in adults, normal adults mein, there is almost nil occurrence of vitamin K. Normally deficiency of vitamin K should not happen. It will only happen if the intestinal bacteria are getting damaged, because the intestinal bacteria themselves will produce vitamin K. I told you earlier, intestinal bacteria, intestinal flora, intestinal flora and intestinal fauna will produce vitamin K itself. If they are getting damaged, that is when you get deficient, when that is when you get deficiency of vitamin K. So वो damage कब होता है generally, अगर डायरिया हुआ या डिसेंट्री हुआ या कोई और इन्फेक्शन हुआ, wherein GIT infection है, in those conditions it can occur. Sometimes it can also occur because of prolonged antibiotic therapy. So antibiotics जो है specifically antibiotics itself, not antimicrobials. एंटीबायोटिक्स जब दे रहे हैं आप, कल्चर करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. You need to perform culture and sensitivity test, because if you give, let us suppose there is bacteria 1 and bacteria 2, and you are giving drug A. Let us suppose drug A only works on bacteria 1 but it does not work on bacteria 2. Imagine. Now when the patient comes, it will take some time for you to perform culture. तो क्या करते हैं, prophylactically antibiotics देना शुरू कर देते. Generally you will see in hospitals that as soon as you go, when a patient is admitted, prophylactically some low end and antibiotics are given, penicillins and cephalosporins and all of those. Okay. Now the problem with that is, for 1 or 2 days it is fine, but if you are not performing culture sensitivity, if you are not finding what type of bacteria or what type of organism is causing the patient a problem, in that scenario what happens is, let us suppose that patient is infected with bacteria number 2, and drug A, ये drug है, this does not work on bacteria number 2, and you keep on giving these antibiotic. What will happen is that patient will start developing resistance, and as a result what will happen is, whenever they do have that infection from bacteria number 1, अब आप bacteria number 1 के लिए दे रहे, thinking that bacteria number 1 है, but actually patient को हुआ bacteria number 2 का infection. They are specific antibiotics for specific bacteria. Now you will also have broad spectrum, but nowadays broad spectrum antibiotics उतना अच्छा काम नहीं कर रहे because most of the bacteria have developed resistance. Anyway, the problem in this is that when you keep using antibiotics like this, you have bacteria present in your intestines as well, which are very important for you. ठीक है, जो gut flora बोलते हैं, that is very important for your own digestion. ठीक है, they are symbiotes in you, the commensals and symbiotes. When they get damaged, your digestion will get affected. Okay, when those bacteria starts getting damaged, a lot of normal processes which happen in your body gets affected. One such process is production of vitamin K. Vitamin K is produced by those bacteria which is present in your intestine. If you erratically and irrationally use antibiotics like this, what will happen is those gut bacteria will die, and vitamin K levels will go down. So that is another reason how vitamin K deficiency can occur. Now, clinically, you will see that this patient will generally have a prolonged prothrombin time and clotting time. So, आप लोगों को PTCT पढ़ा है, CTBT बोल के भी पढ़ाते हैं, PTCT बोल के भी पढ़ाते हैं. Clotting time, prothrombin time and bleeding time. आप लोगों को जनरली ब्लड पढ़ा है जब ये पढ़ाते हैं. This will
सर
essentially नहीं पढ़ा है, पढ़ा है.
सर ये
हाँ
क्या
सर
हुआ? पढ़ा है?
नहीं हुआ सर।
नहीं हुआ. अच्छा. So अच्छा, think of it, अगर नहीं पढ़ा है तो think of these as an assessment of clotting. Imagine these tests are essentially testing how fast you clot. प्रोथ्रोम्बिन टाइम, क्लॉटिंग टाइम एंड ब्लीडिंग टाइम एसेंशियली अगर एक पेशेंट को हाई है, इसका मतलब ये रहता कि उनके अंदर if there is injury, let us suppose normally if a person has some sort of injury, let's suppose you poke your let's suppose आप एक knife लेके कट कर लिए अपने finger, ठीक है, while you were cutting some vegetables or something, you cut your finger, imagine within a few minutes you will see that your blood stops, right? आप obviously उंगली लगा के रखते हैं और you tie something to it, but essentially even with that within a few minutes you will see that bleeding stops. That bleeding is stopping because of the process of clot formation essentially. Now prothrombin time, clotting time and bleeding time essentially are three different tests that will one way or the other test how fast your body is stopping the process of bleeding and how fast your body is forming clots. As I told you, vitamin K is very very important for clot formation. अगर vitamin K level कम रहा patient के अंदर, ये prothrombin time, clotting time, bleeding time बहुत ज़्यादा रहता. इसका मतलब ये है कि it will take longer for your body to heal. समझ में आ रहा? अगर आप कट करें, let us suppose there are two people. Okay, imagine there is person number A, person रामू एंड शामू, दो लोग हैं समझो. ठीक है, शामू के अंदर विटामिन के लेवल्स कम है. Okay, imagine there are two people, Ramu and Shamu. The Shamu has very low amount of vitamin K. Now दोनों की उंगली कटी. Imagine both of them cut their finger while doing something. ठीक है. Now let us suppose it is taking about 1 minute or it is taking 2 minutes for Ramu to clot or to stop bleeding. ठीक है, it is taking 2 minutes for Ramu to completely stop bleeding. ठीक है, if it is a small cut, generally it is taking about 1.5 to 2 minutes for Ramu to stop bleeding. In Shamu, when because he has lower amount of potassium, sorry, lower amount of vitamin K, sorry, not potassium, what will happen is his bleeding time and clotting time will go up quite a lot and prothrombin time. As a result, उनके अंदर 2 मिनट में रुकने का 3 या 4 मिनट में रुकता ब्लड. ठीक है, abnormally high 3-4 मिनट का, it might even take 10 to 15 minutes for that fellow to stop bleeding altogether. As in you can put a physical barrier, but if as soon as you remove that physical barrier, now that physical barrier might be a finger. Example, आप जहां पर भी कट हुआ आप एक उंगली से दबा के रखे उसको. Now as soon as you remove that finger, immediately bleeding starts, imagine. So that kind of thing might occur in patients who have deficiency of vitamin K, prolongation of PT, CT and BT. So that is about vitamin K. Now we'll come to water soluble vitamins. That completes our fat soluble vitamins. A, D, E, K. We'll start water soluble vitamins. The first water soluble vitamin that you have is non B complex, which is vitamin C. What is vitamin C called? Another name?
Ascorbic acid.
Yes, correct. Ascorbic acid. Good. Ascorbic acid. Acha. So, can anyone tell me the sources of vitamin C?
Orange.
Orange. Okay.
Lemon. Lemon. Mango.
To a certain extent, yes.
Tomato.
Mm,
Tomato.
Amla, sir.
very good. Amla is an excellent source of vitamin C. Actually, Indian gooseberry bolte isko.
Cabbage. Sir, cabbage.
Yes, to a certain extent, cabbage as well.
Red pepper.
Spinach, not sure. Spinach does have a little bit. Green leafy vegetables do have a little bit, but it is not as significant. It will have. Rich sources में एक और बहुत commonly आता. People do not generally know about this, but have you ever heard of fruit called jam? Guava?
Yes, sir. Yes.
It will be light green in color. Now, depending on where you are, it might be different in color, light green to slightly brighter green. If you cut it open, it will generally be either white or pink in color. Okay, sweet kind of fruit, musky, melony kind of fruit. Guava is also an excellent source of vitamin C. Other good sources include lime juice, orange, as you told, pineapple,
Apple.
ripe
Sir,
mango. Excuse me.
apple, banana.
एप्पल बनाना है बट उतने अच्छे सोर्सेस नहीं है. इट विल हैव अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ विटामिन सी बट नॉट एज मच एज दीज सोर्सेस. पाइनएप्पल में, मैंगो में, कैश्यूस में, काजू को बोलते कैश्यू, tomatoes, all of these will have really good amounts of vitamin C. Also, this thing in leafy vegetables, it is not just limited to green leafy vegetables such as spinach. You can also include coriander, धनिया जिसको बोलते हैं. I'm not sure whether you know it or not. करी बनाए जब Indian mothers, Indians in general will use धनिया quite a lot. The छोटा छोटा कट करके डालते हैं. If you see धनिया and पुदीना, those are spices essentially. So धनिया leaves बोल रहा हूँ मैं, not the धनिया मसाला. Okay, धनिया leaves, coriander leaves बोलते हैं essentially वो लोगों को. Cabbage, Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are not found in India, not as much. Brussels sprouts are a good source of green leafy vegetables. Drumstick leaves. ड्रमस्टिक को क्या बोलते हैं मालूम? मूंगने की फली कभी सुने? आई एम नॉट श्योर आप लोगों के लैंग्वेज में क्या बोलते हैं. हिंदी में मूंगने की फली बोलते हैं, उर्दू में बोलते हैं या हिंदी में बोलते हैं, आई एम नॉट श्योर, बट मूंगने की फली बोलते हैं उसको. ड्रमस्टिक्स essentially. Radish leaves are a very good source of vitamin C. Anyway, those are all good sources. Now coming to the daily requirement of vitamin C will vary quite a lot. Now generally from the ages, let's suppose if we talk about infants, I'm talking about milligrams per day. Okay, in infants the requirement is about 30 milligrams per day. Children, by children I mean from 1 year of age to 12, and even teenagers, boys and girls, दोनों के अंदर requirement will be somewhere in between 30 to 50 milligrams per day. In adult men, women जरा ज्यादा रहता. Men, women and pregnant women, ठीक है, PW बोल के लिखता हूं मैं. All of them require about 60 milligrams per day. Lactating women will require the highest. So feeding mothers need somewhere around 80 milligrams per day. So that is the chart out. ठीक है, infants will require 30, children and teenagers will require about 30 to 50 milligrams per day. All of this is milligrams per day, don't forget. ठीक है, milligrams को mcg कर दिए या grams कर दिया तो या तो patient को मिलता ही नहीं तो patient मर जाता. So be very careful with the units that you use. All right, pregnant women will need about 60, men, women as well. These lactating women will need slightly higher, that is about 80 milligrams per day. Now coming to the functions of vitamin C, there are a lot of metabolic functions specifically of vitamin C rather than normal functions. Those metabolic functions will include reducing cellular oxidation, especially oxidation byproducts. So it is helping your body from cell aging. It will have a very, very important role in collagen synthesis. What is collagen? अपन इससे पहले पढ़े थे कोलाजन के बारे में. Can anyone tell me what is collagen?
Protein, sir.
Okay, it is not exactly a okay, sure, sure. It is a protein. What does it do? कोलाजन का फंक्शन क्या है?
Amino acid, proline, and
Can anyone tell me the function of
Supporting structures.
Excuse
सर
me.
क्या बोल रहा है कोलेजन का डेफिनेशन, वो क्या काम करता है बोल रहा है?
हाँ, क्या काम करता है वो बोल रहा है.
It supports the body.
How?
कोलेजन सर वो बोन रहता ना,
collagen molecules contain the amino acid.
Surgical treatments.
सर्जिकल ट्रीटमेंट. आप लोग वही एक करेक्ट पॉइंट के अतराफ कूद रहे, बट एक्चुअल पॉइंट बोल रहे नहीं. इधर 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 घूम रहे.
Sir, collagen is a fiber protein which gives the electricity to our skin.
Electricity to your skin, elasticity to your skin.
Electricity, sir. Electricity.
इलेक्ट्रिसिटी अगर आपकी स्किन को दे दिया तो जल जाएगी ना स्किन.
Elasticity.
Yes, one point. It's okay. One point is definitely that it will provide elasticity to your skin. It is a major component in giving integrity to your structures. It is a supporter of things. Essentially, आपकी building में, let us suppose आप जहाँ पर भी रह रहे हैं, आप घर में रह रहे हैं, जिधर भी रह रहे हैं, I'm sure in your surroundings you will find a lot of cement, right? That cement की काम करता collagen. It is an integrator. So essentially what it will do is it will make sure that structures are staying strong. It will help in making sure that muscles, the attachment of ligaments to bones and all of those structures are having structural integrity. They are staying strong. And essentially think of it this way: whenever there is degradation of collagen, there is a good chance that you will get injured, or essentially your bones will get injured, or the patient will have a lot of weakness, muscle tears will occur. All of that will occur when collagen levels are low. अगर कभी भी मसल इंजरी से कोलाजन, अगर मसल टेयर से रिकवर करना है तो कोलाजन सप्लीमेंटेशन देते पेशेंट्स को. ठीक है. इट्स अ वेरी स्पेशल टाइप ऑफ प्रोटीन. All right, so as I was telling you, vitamin C plays a role in collagen synthesis. It will play a role in tryptophan synthesis. अपन tryptophan के बारे में पढ़े थे, किसी को याद है? What does tryptophan do? एक यूनिट छोड़ के उससे पहले के यूनिट में पढ़े थे अपन ट्रिप्टोफैन की कहानी. What does tryptophan do? एक प्रोडक्ट which is formed by tryptophan.
Amino acid.
Yeah, technically you are correct. It is an amino acid it is an amino acid rather than it producing an amino acid. It is itself an amino acid, tryptophan. What are the
Help in
products?
making melatonin.
Yes, very good. What is melatonin?
Color pigment.
मैं यही कंफ्यूजन नको हो वाला था. मेलानिन है वो पिगमेंट. That is melanin. Melatonin is a hormone that is responsible for sleep. It will maintain your circadian rhythms. Okay. Other than that, tryptophan is also responsible for production of serotonin. Okay. Serotonin, I told you, is a very important this thing, neurotransmitter. Okay. मोनामीन ऑक्सीडेज बोल के, it's a neurotransmitter, ठीक है, it is also a very strong vasoconstrictor, it produces a lot more substances tryptophan. Then it also has a hand in tyrosine production, tyrosine metabolism specifically, ठीक है। टायरोसिन एंड फिनाइलएलानाइन दोनों हैंड इन हैंड है बोला था मैं आपका। फिनाइलएलानाइन will in turn get converted into tyrosin. Tyrosin will produce a lot of things. One of those things is melanin. Tyrosin is responsible for melanin production, for dopamine production, norepinephrine, epinephrine, T3, thyroxine. ठीक है, ये पूरे प्रोड्यूस करने में टायरोसिन plays a very important role. So in turn, vitamin C is also helping in all of those processes. Another very important process of another very important metabolic role of vitamin C is absorption of iron. So if you want to improve a patient with anemia, उनको सिर्फ आयरन सप्लीमेंटेशन देने के बजाय if you are able to give folic acid and if you are able to give them vitamin C along with iron, their recovery will be even faster. So ascorbic acid, especially in food, will help in absorption of iron by converting inorganic ferric ions into ferrous ions. So essentially what will happen is Fe3 plus gets converted into Fe2 plus, which will get absorbed very easily. Okay, it will also help in mobilization of iron whenever it is required. Ferritin बोल के एक प्रोटीन रहता, ferritin के movement में बहुत अच्छा काम करता. Ferritin is essentially responsible for movement of iron throughout your body. And another effect, side effect, not exactly side effect, another effect that vitamin C has is on cholesterol levels. There is a relationship between high amounts of vitamin C and low amounts of cholesterol, serum cholesterol. Oh dear, 1 second. So technically it will cause hypocholesterolemia. It will decrease the amount of cholesterol. Okay. Vitamin C is also found to be low in infectious diseases. Generally, when a patient has infectious diseases, congestive heart failure, renal diseases or hepatic diseases, sometimes even cancer, वो person में विटामिन सी का कंजम्पशन बहुत बढ़ जाता, तो वैसे लोगों में विटामिन सी लेवल्स कम हो जाते जनरली. Okay. Now, coming to the deficiency of vitamin C, one main disease that occurs because of vitamin C deficiency is scurvy. Dental problems, dry skin भी होता है. Yes. So the diseases that I told you is not because of vitamin C. I told you that these diseases में vitamin C level कम हो जाता because your cell is consuming too much. Okay, it is not exactly, how should I put it? Vitamin C deficiency is not causing the disease. Because of the disease, vitamin C deficiency is occurring. There's a big difference. ठीक है, vitamin C की deficiency की वजह से आपको scurvy होता, but if a patient is having infectious diseases, or if they are having congestive heart failure, or if they are having renal or hepatic diseases, उनके अंदर विटामिन सी का कंजम्पशन बढ़ जाता, तो सीरम विटामिन सी लेवल डिक्रीजेस. ठीक है, ये डिफरेंस आप क्लियरली समझो. ये डिजीज की वजह से विटामिन सी कम हो रहा, यहाँ पर विटामिन सी कम होने की वजह से स्पेसिफिक डिजीज हो रही, दो अलग चीजें हैं. ठीक है,
ini vitamin C kan zero deh ya.
क्या हुआ, कंफ्यूजन हो रहा किसी की बड़बड़ाने की आवाज आई थी इसलिए पूछ रहा हूं मैं. If you didn't understand, please feel free to ask. Okay, you can put it in the chat as well अगर बाद में doubt आया तो. Anyway, so as I was telling you, vitamin C deficiency mainly causes scurvy and different forms of scurvy. Essentially, what will happen in scurvy is bones will become very weak. Specifically, deficiency of vitamin C will cause failure of osteoblasts. Osteoblasts will not be able to deposit something called osteroid properly, or let me put it this way, osteoblasts will not be able to work properly. Osteoblasts are cells that are responsible for making sure that your bones are nice and strong. New bone formation में osteoblast help करता. आप लोगों को bone cover करे physiology या anatomy में? करे. So you know what is the difference between osteoblast and osteoclasts. One helps in making the bone, the other helps in breaking the bone. This will help in making the bone. This will help in breaking the bone. because of a balanced activity of osteoblast and osteoclast, you will have rotation in bone tissue, meaning नया bone tissue form होता, पुराने bone tissue को destroy कर देते, ताकि आपके bones nice and healthy and strong रहे. In scurvy, bones will become very weak because osteoblasts are not working. See, in this scenario, what is happening is osteoblasts are being cancelled, तो नए bone formation नहीं हो रहा, but osteoclasts are not affected, meaning bones will keep on breaking. ठीक है, यहाँ पर आप देखो, it is not that there is overactivity of osteoclasts, there is underactivity of osteoblast. As a result क्या होता, ऑस्टियोक्लास्टिक एक्टिविटी बहुत बढ़ जाती, relatively बढ़ जाती, बढ़ती नहीं, but relatively, because ऑस्टियोब्लास्टिक एक्टिविटी चले गई, बैलेंस चले गया. Imagine a seesaw, ठीक है, imagine there is a seesaw like this. आप लोग seesaw देखे कभी? I'm sure when you were kids you must have played on a seesaw, or you must have seen a seesaw at least. इधर एक बंदा बैठता and इधर एक बंदा बैठता, and they essentially jump around and things like that, depending on their body weight. एक जिधर नीचे जाता and so on and so forth. You know what is a seesaw. Now, if both of them are balancing very well, there will come a point when that seesaw is straight exactly. ऐसा रहता. Very rare, but it can happen if they are able to balance their weight properly and if their body weight is somewhat same. ठीक है. Now, यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा, इधर एक बंदा बैठा हुआ है एंड इधर एक बंदा बैठा हुआ है. अब सडनली लेट अस सपोज ये बंदे को निकाल दिया मैं, व्हाट विल हैपन टू दिस फेलो? ऊपर जाता, नीचे जाता?
He will fall, sir.
He will fall. और
ऊपर जाता सर.
ऊपर चले जाता. अच्छा, ऊपर से ऊपर ही चले जाता बोल रहा है. नहीं नहीं, इतना ऊपर नहीं रहता ना सीसा. I hope you understood what he meant. ऊपर चले जाता by like anyway. So he hits the ground, he or she, they will hit the ground. So essentially what is happening, इनका body weight suddenly increase नहीं हो रहा, body weight में या essential mass में change नहीं आ रहा, but because of lack of this fellow is essentially hitting the ground. यहाँ पर osteoclastic activity बढ़ रही नहीं, but relatively it is increasing relative to osteoblast, because normal making activity चले आ रही, that breaking activity will seem as if there is excessive. So continuously bone breakage occurs and bones will become much more weaker. Bones have a higher tendency to get fractured if a person has scurvy. Okay. Along with that, joints will swell quite a lot. There will be painful swelling of joints and the patient will not be able to walk properly. Problems in locomotion will occur. The patient will not be scurvy will essentially prevent locomotion of the patient. Patient will not be able to move around here and there. Anemia does occur because of vitamin C as well. Vitamin C deficiency की वजह से microcytic hypochromic anemia होता. Next year आप लोग पढ़ते in detail what is microcytic hypochromic anemia. Just imagine them as very small RBC and they are losing their hemoglobin level as well. ठीक है, hemoglobin कम हो जाता, size of RBC will also decrease. This is mainly because blood loss occurs because of hemorrhage and decreased iron absorption. विटामिन सी की वजह से हेमरेज होने लगता एंड विटामिन सी की वजह से, विटामिन सी लॉस की वजह से, दैट इज विटामिन सी नहीं होने की वजह से या डेफिशिएंसी की वजह से हेमरेज होता, दैट इज ब्लड लॉस, एंड iron absorption will decrease. Both of them will contribute to anemia. So you can see from one condition second condition is occurring, and because of second condition third condition is occurring. ठीक है, so indirectly first condition is causing third condition. That is what I'm telling. विटामिन सी की डेफिशिएंसी की वजह से अनीमिया हो रहा, डायरेक्टली नहीं, इनडायरेक्टली. ठीक है. Now coming to vitamin B complex, we'll start off with B1. What is B1?
thiamine.
Very good. इसको thiamine बोलते. Now this is a water soluble vitamin. All of these vitamin C and B complex vitamins are water soluble vitamins. Those were fat soluble ones, A, D, E, K. Now rich sources of vitamin B, B1 specifically, can anyone tell me? किस में रहता vitamin B1?
Pulses.
Yes, pulses to a certain extent. Yes, cereal specifically.
Oil seeds.
Yeah, oil seeds, flax seeds actually, yeah. Oil seeds, nuts are good sources. Legumes are very good sources. Polished rice polishing, sorry.
Sir, milk. Sir, milk.
Milk, हाँ, दूध में भी अच्छा ही रहता.
Sir, meat.
अच्छा, मीट बोल रहे हैं आप, ओके. या टू अ सर्टेन एक्सटेंट मीट में भी स्पेसिफिकली फिश में अच्छा रहता.
eggs are eggs sir.
उतना ज्यादा नहीं. Eggs will have it but not as, they're not a good source. Mainly good sources will be dry yeast. Dried yeast generally baking products में use करते हैं. If you have ever baked any bread or pizza base or anything, और आप कभी देखें तो you will see that those people who work in a bakery, they will use a lot of dry yeast. अगर dry yeast नहीं है तो Indians will generally use दही. खट्टा दही use कर सकते हैं आप. It will act the same way. वो भी यूज कर ले सकते हैं आप अगर पिज्जा बेस या ऐसा कुछ बना रहे तो. बट एसेंशियली इफ यू आर गेटिंग यीस्ट इट विल बी इवन बेटर. ड्राइड यीस्ट इज अ वेरी गुड सोर्स ऑफ थायमीन. राइस पॉलिशिंग्स आर अ वेरी गुड सोर्स. पॉलिश्ड राइस में जो पॉलिश्ड राइस एक्सट्रीमली वाइट एंड शाइनी राइस रहता ना, उसके अंदर विटामिन B1 बहुत कम रहता. तो यू शुड नॉट गो फॉर एक्सट्रीमली पॉलिश्ड राइस. That what you are polishing off will have a lot of nutrients in it. One such nutrient is vitamin B1. So if you are having unpolished rice, that is very good for vitamin B1. But even if you are taking even if you are having polished rice, make sure that the polishing is not very severe. Wheat germ is good source. Legumes, oil seeds, nuts are good sources. Fruits are decent sources, I would say. They're not really good, but they are okay if you're able to consume some of them. Now, coming to the daily requirement of vitamin B1, this will vary quite a lot, okay, depending on ages. Specifically, let us suppose all of these are milligrams per day. ठीक है. अगर infants की बात करें, 0 to 6 months requirement will be 0.3 mg per day. 7 to 12 months or up to 1 year, 0.5 per day. Children may it will vary in between 0.6 to 1.2. So children may, if the child is in between the ages of 1 to 3, the requirement is about 0.6. As they keep on aging, the requirement will generally increase. 10 to 12-year-old children will generally need about 1.2 grams, 12.2 milligrams of vitamin B1 per day. Adolescent, that is teenagers, again you will have a division. 13 to 15 years of age. Let's suppose we talk about boys first, boys and girls hai. 13 to 15 years of age, requirement is somewhere around 1.3, yeah, somewhere around 1.3. These values are a little subjective, okay. अलग-अलग textbook में थोड़ा अलग रहता, ऊपर नीचे जरा values. Girls of 13 to 15 years of age will have 1.1. Boys of 16 to 18 years of age will need somewhere about 1.5. बच्चियों में same age 16 to 18 will require about 1.1. So there is no change here. ठीक है. Here there is a slight change requirement में. Then once they become an adult, it will severely depend on a person's activity level. ठीक है. So activity level to a certain extent, gender as well. So generally speaking, let us suppose we take men and again women. If someone is leading a sedentary life, meaning relatively inactive lifestyle, okay, their job is not very active and they themselves lead a very sedentary lifestyle, उनके अंदर 1.2 mg per day. Same sedentary women will need about 2 mg per day. तो women में उल्टा रहता, जरा ज़्यादा requirement. Moderate workers, so they have some level of activity, 1.4. here 1.1 कम हो जाता, यहाँ पर उल्टा चलता. And heavy workers, so by heavy workers I mean people like daily laborers or people who have a very active kind of lifestyle. So imagine a sports coach or athlete, someone like that, heavy worker, unke andar who are pushing themselves physically quite a lot. Men is about 2 mg per day. In women is about 1.5 mg per day. Pregnancy में 0.2 बढ़ जाता. Pregnant women will need about 1.7 mg per day, and lactating women will need about 0.4 more. So lactating women में 1.9 होना पड़ता. ठीक है, 0.4 more, and this is in pregnant women, 0.2 more. ठीक है. Now vitamin B ऐसा तो नॉर्मली आप लोगों को डेफिशिएंसी नहीं होना चाहिए जनरली उतना ज्यादा, बट इफ डेफिशिएंसी डज अकर, इट विल कॉज बेरी बेरी. Beriberi stands for weakness. So this term comes from a language called Sinhalese language है वो, I think Sinhala है वो language का नाम. So Sinhalese language. ठीक है. It is spoken in Sri Lanka and Indo-Aryan language है ये essentially. अभी उतना ज़्यादा नहीं मिलते, but essentially Sinhalese language में it is called weakness. What happens in these patients is that they will have anorexia, dyspepsia. They will not want to eat food. They will essentially hate food. Stop eating altogether. Anorexia, dyspepsia. They will not be able to swallow, and they will not be able to digest food properly. Heaviness and weakness. All of these are classical signs of vitamin B1 deficiency. Okay. Now, depending on what kind of beriberi it is, you will have several different types. You can have wet beriberi, dry beriberi, infantile beriberi, multiple types रहते हैं. Wet beriberi is a CVS disorder, cardiovascular system का disorder है. Specifically, heart problems. The patient will have facial edema. उनका face, legs and face both puffy हो जाते. Trunk will also become very puffy. They'll not get fat. उनके face पे and उनके legs पे fluid will start getting accumulated. ठीक है. That is a CVS problem. Congestive heart, cardiovascular system का problem है वो, because of which fluid starts accumulating in their serous cavities, in their face, on their legs, in their trunk. They will have breathlessness, palpitation. Death might occur because of heart failure. This is all wet beriberi. Dry beriberi में CNS symptoms आते, central nervous system symptoms. Those are the major features. Walking will become very difficult. They will not be able to walk properly. Peripheral neuritis will occur. Peripheral neurons will get inflamed and their sensory disturbance occurs. They might be paralysis in these patients. Dry beriberi जिनको होता. Some patients will have polyneuritis, especially alcoholics के अंदर. Alcoholics में problem क्या होता? Now, when you drink alcohol, in alcohol metabolism, a lot of thiamine is used. Vitamin B1 is used quite aggressively when your body is trying to metabolize alcohol. So whenever you drink alcohol, the amount of vitamin in your body, vitamin B1 in your body, goes down quite a lot. Let us suppose there is a person who drinks alcohol very regularly, chronic alcoholic है उन्हों, ठीक है, रोज एक 10 पैग मारते, ठीक है. Imagine they drink a lot of alcohol every day and they've been drinking for a long period of time. Okay. In those people, they will have severe deficiency of vitamin B1 because they are not letting their body recover the levels of vitamin B1 altogether. Okay. And in these patients, what will happen is, because vitamin B1 deficiency is occurring, there will be lactic acidosis as well. Essentially, what happens is thiamine deficiency, vitamin B1 deficiency in alcoholism causes impairment of conversion of pyruvate to acetyl coenzyme, essentially. The step in between, glycolysis and TCA, if you remember long ago, not so long ago, we studied that pyruvate, glycolysis and TCA are related to each other. Pyruvate loses a carbon dioxide molecule and gets converted into acetyl coenzyme A. Acetyl coenzyme A will participate in your Krebs cycle or TCA. Now, because this conversion does not occur because of the lack of vitamin B1, what will happen is concentrations of pyruvate will start increasing, and along with pyruvate, lactate concentration will start increasing. जैसा lactate concentration बढ़ते जाता, it can cause lactic acidosis. Your serum pH will change. ठीक है, metabolic acidosis होता है उसकी वजह से, and you already know there are a lot of problems associated with metabolic acidosis. So that is about vitamin B1. Now we'll continue with the rest of the vitamins in the next class. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.